Let us go and see how we can add a navigation component to our current application and make use it together with our Hilt. So let us get started. And first of all, I'll go to the REST package over here and add a new Android resource directory over here. And then I'll just select navigation and just click on OK. And after you have a navigation, you need to add a navigation resource file, and then you can just give any name. I'll just give as a base nav, or you can just give any other name, and then I can just add my fragment over here. So the main, or what is the fragment, should be, I think the main fragment is the one that we need to add over here. And then what we can do is you can just go and check whether a dependency is added. So it should add a two dependency over here, which is for navigation fragment and also the navigation UI. We also need the another one more dependency over here. So let's go and grab that particular dependency. We need a destination, so we from one fragment to another fragment we can navigate using the navigation destination. So how we can do that one is find nav controller that navigate or something like that. So for that we need to add this particular Gradle class path over there. So to add a safe out to your project, including the following class path to the top level of, we need to add it to the top level of the build.gradle file. So it also says the recommended way to navigate between the destination is used to the save out the Gradle plugin. So let's go back to our project. Let me open that project, and we need to go to the top level Gradle build file, which is of this one, and then we need to add that particular class path over here. And then let me also go back again, and I need to get another dependency of the we need to generate. So to generate a Java class code suitable for Java and mix with together with the Kotlin module, and you can add this to your app module. So if you are using just a Kotlin and you are not using a Java, or you don't want to generate it that for the Java, then you can just go and make use of this plugin. So just copy this, and then I think we are done with that one. Let's go back to our project, and then I'll just go to the app label, the build.gradle, and on the top of here I need to add that font. So I just say ID, and then I just paste that Android X navigation save R Kotlin, and just synchronize this one. So if you take some time to download the dependencies. Okay, so that's done, and the next thing that we need to do is, let me close all of this, and let me close this also. And then what we need to do is, currently we are injecting this fragment factory over here, which creates a dependency for our fragment. If you see over here, it extends the fragment factory and does all of this stuff for the constructor injection for our fragment, right? But this we are injecting using the Hilt, and the Hilt only injects all of those before uncreate. So it is not available for us when particularly the fragment or the activity gets screen rotation. So if your application the screen rotation, then your application will basically crash, because it's unable to provide that particular constructor for our fragment. And we don't want our application to crash, and there is the workaround. We can make use of our custom nav host fragment for that one. So currently I don't need this one for now. I need to can just comment out this one, and I need to build out our custom the nav host fragment class. So I'll just go and create a Kotlin class file and just give it some name as nav host fragment, and this will extend the nav host fragment class. Just add the constructor, and then I need to override the on attach, which gets from the context, and then I can just grab this one. So I just inject this with a fragment constructor to over our navigation graph over here. And now I can just say child fragment manager dot the fragment factory, I can assign the app fragment, fragment. So I think it should be fragment FSETUR fragment factory, right? Not the fragment. Okay, so that should be fine. So we just extend a nav was fragment over here and override the unattached, and then set that child fragment manager the fragment to our custom fragment factory. So this is the custom one that we are making use to inject dependencies to our fragment constructor. So let's go back and now let us go to our activity main, and here we need to add some of our right. So we need to add a name over here and Android name, and we need to get that. I think this is the one that we need. Yeah. So app nav was fragment. So this should be the one. So just copy this package and yeah. So just copy this package and then the class name. So in the Android name, and then we need to add another one is the app default. Sorry, DFAULT default nav post. So is this a default nav post which is equals to, I can set it as a true because this is a default nav host and we host our default nav. So if we go to the our navigation, and in the base here we have set this is as a startup, the main fragment. So if I go to our main fragment over here, yeah, this is our startup fragment. And then I can just go and set the another app and the app nav graph, which is of equals to, I need to set at the navigation dot base nav, that is this one. So it gets all of our fragment over here. So I think that should be fine, and let me try to run my application and let's see whether we have any error over here. And let's wait for the Gradle build to complete. And also we need to have another. So if I go to the base nav, from here I want to navigate to the my second fragment, right? So from the main fragment we need to navigate to our home fragment. So I can also add that home fragment over here for now. Just add that home fragment, and yeah. So the main fragment and the home fragment is over there. And the launch was successful. So if you go to your device, okay, I think it just crashed somewhere. Yeah, they did crash, but the application didn't crash. So but we are not getting that particular field. So I think it just crashed over here. Yeah, it just crashed over here, I think. And let me clear this out, and let me just filter it out by the error. I think there is some error. So let me just try to run my application one more time. Okay, so there is an error. So why it is giving me error? It's the set content view, and I think it cannot do some injection over there. Yeah, inflating that particular class, I think. Yeah, fragment container view, and yeah, I think there is some dependency injection error over here. So app nav was fragment. Yeah, the latent property of this particular app fragment is not initialized. So if I go over here, but this is not initialized. Why? Okay, so we are injecting, but we are not alerting it with the Android entry point. So whenever we are doing some injection, we need to add the Android entry point. Sorry, I forgot it. So it should be okay now. So if I run, I think that should be fine. And let's go back. Okay, so now it's running. So the next thing is that it's running for us, and I need to go to our fragment over here, which is the main fragment. And from this main fragment we are navigating to the home fragment. So currently we are using a supported fragment manager. I can just comment out this one. Sorry, I think I can just comment out, don't delete it. So I can just use a find nav controller dot navigate. So I need to navigate it. So I can just go and navigate it using, okay, so not here, nav base, and then I can just add the navigation graph, just drag from here to here, and it's give us the action main fragment to the home fragment IDs of this one, and destination it goes to the home fragment. So if you split this one, and you can see it has added the action for us from this particular fragment. Now we can navigate to our home fragment, and I need to build my project. I think I cannot just get the home, sorry, the main fragment. Yeah, but the main fragment direction is already generated for us, so that's great. So if it is not there, then you have to you have to rebuild your project to get generate of this file. And that I can just action to the main fragment over here. If we don't have any parameter, then that should be fine. Just run our application one more time, and the application is launched successful. So okay, so now if I go, and now we are good to go. So you can use the navigation component together with the Hilt. So I can navigate back and forward, and then if I rotate my application, it should not crash. Yeah, so if it crash means that it was not able to provide the dependency for our fragment, but with the help of our this particular custom class which extends the nav-host fragment, it was able to do all of our constructor injection for a fragment. And whenever there is a screen rotation, when your fragment view get destroyed and your activity get recreated, everything is able to do the constructor injection. So if I go and if I rotate it back again, yeah, everything is working fine, and we don't get any of our application crash over here. So you can just go and try it out, and if you never implement all of these and use a default one, so if you go and use an Android default navigation nav-host fragment over here, then your application will obviously crash. So if you are using a default one over here and your application is crashing and you have some injection to the constructor injection in your fragment and other stuff, so make sure you have your custom nav-host fragment where you set up your fragment factory over there. In this way, it will be available for the whenever your screen rotation is done, everything is available to inject it. So I hope you enjoyed this and learned something new over here. And the main is of this Android name, and you provide your custom nav-host fragment over here. Otherwise, if you use a default one, then your application will be crashing. So that's it. And let's meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day.